Arian Foster inactive with that hamstring injury.
He missed out on 100 yards today.
Kerry Collins starting in place of the injured Peyton Manning.
Methuselah.
And Peyton Manning's consecutive start streaks at 208 games gone.
Mario
and so
Williams.
Is Collins.
Kerry said,
Nobody
how
run
is
his
it that
offense.
when Peyton's back here, he don't get hit, but when I'm back here, everybody gets a shot.
Gets hit by Antonio Smith. Sean Cody recovers there.
Sean Cody's from my wife's high school.
Led to a Derek Ward touchdown, and here Collins just fumbles the exchange.
Nobody can run this offense.
Oh,
Guys,
boy.
but these are mistakes Peyton Manning just doesn't make. I mean, you never see that.
Grown men don't make
You don't
that
see
mistake
that
right
very
there.
often in the National Football League, but these two guys have been together for, a couple of weeks taking snaps. That's it.
Just 3 weeks. Collins, 16-31, 197 yards, sacked 3 times. Ben Tate had a great day. A 2-yard touchdown dive right there. Texans on top, 17-0. He had 116 yards.
Nice play action.
And then Job on the play action to Andre Johnson.
That's the best receiver in the game,
This
Mike
ball
Irvin.
was tipped now, Prime, and he's got great reactions. Easy catch for him. Touchdown.
That had nothing to do with Peyton Manning.
We only show you this for 1 or 2 reasons. Either it's a touchdown or a boo-boo.
It's not a boo-boo.
Get him, punter.
So it's got to be a touchdown.
Jacoby Jones, 79 yards.
I love Jacoby Jones, man.
That had nothing to do with Peyton Manning.
Tiptoes
That
it
had nothing to
in.
do with the defense either.
34-0. They win at 34-7.
Late action, Houston and Miami. Arian Foster missing the first game with a hamstring injury. He's back in action. First quarter, no score. On his first carry of the year, Arian Foster, 14 yards. He only had 10 carries for 33 yards in the first half.
He left. Yeah. He left in the second quarter. Boo-boo again.
Here's second quarter, Chad Henne. Intercepted by Jonathan Joseph.
Oh, my.
His arm got hit.
It did. It's just, it's so.
Yeah. These things happen to bad teams.
Mario Williams hits the arm and forces that INT. This is Matt Schaub rolling to his right, back across the body to Owen Daniels.
Nice throw from Matt Schaub.
Houston on top, 13-3. Next Miami drive. Henne, arm not hit. Ball complete. Nice catch by Brandon Marshall.
Very nice. To this point, the Houston Texans are playing good defense for the second consecutive week.
And you know who's the catalyst of that? Silver Fox.
Yep, Wade Phillips, your DC.
3 drives later, Matt Schaub, play action, plenty of time. Pretty connection with Andre Johnson for 43.
Who was it that said that, well, we've got the best pair of cornerbacks in the league?
I believe that was, yes.
Yeah.
Third quarter now, Henne to Brandon Marshall, powers his way into the end zone. Miami trailing now only 16-10 as Arian Foster watches from the sideline. Houston would go on to win 23-13, and the Texans are now 2-0, guys.
So let's take you to New Orleans here, where a former 7-year pro, Steve Gleason, recently diagnosed with ALS. He served as the honorary captain. Arian Foster did not play with that hamstring. Texans up 10-7. Matt Schaub to Andre Johnson.
One-on-one.
Peace, period.
Corner outside. Mike, this is the best receiver in the game right now. Do you agree?
He's the best in the game. Big, fast, strong, everything.
7 catches, 128 yards for Johnson, led to a field goal. Brees here, picked off by Jonathan Joseph. He was looking for Devery Henderson. The Texans take over, led to another Neil Racker as a field goal, and Drew Brees not happy. 16-10 at the break. Third quarter, Brees flushed out. This time he finds Robert Meacham. So many weapons.
He has so much pocket presence, so much mobility, and he keeps his eyes downfield.
19-17 down, and it's Brees looking for Jimmy Graham. Daniel Manning is there, Moose.
Looks like there's confusion between the quarterback and Jimmy Graham. I think Drew wanted him to cut on a basic cross instead of take the seam.
Yep. Cross his face, coach. Yep. You gotta go across that guy's face.
So Manning comes up with a pick. Fourth quarter here. On the ensuing Texans drive, it's Schaub to James Casey, who lays out for the 26-yard touchdown. Texans on top, 26-17. And Drew Brees says it's time to get our offense in gear to Jimmy Graham. Big boy, 6'6".
Great passers in this game, very accurate. You give them a foot of space, and they're going to drop it in there.
26-24, Schaub now to Andre Johnson, but Jabari Greer is there for the pick.
Cover 2 man underneath. He did his job, stayed up under the receiver because he had help over top.
Breeze now to Lance Moore from 16 yards away. We were trying to find out, Michael, if the Texans were a legitimate contender here. This was a game that would show us whether they could compete with the league's best, and they just didn't have enough.
And we talked about it on game day morning that the tough part of this is you got to play 4 hard quarters because you have Drew Brees on the other side. Sharp did a wonderful job, but Brees is a master.
Sometimes you got to be a little bit lucky here, and the ball bounced the right way, and Houston gets the easy tip for the touchdown.
Right into Kevin Walter's hands here. And Walter saunters in. Sharp, 373 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 pick. Saints so coming right back. And how much has Jimmy Graham evolved for this football team?
That ball was thrown right over the shoulder pad of the linebacker in Tampa 2 coverage. Fantastic route. Jimmy Graham is something.
Plus, Daniel Manning is going to hear from the league on that one. It's a helmet-to-helmet hit. So that penalty moved the Saints closer.
We like the banger right here. Mark Ingram from Alabama, their first-round pick. He can go in between the tackles.
That's such a great run.
Saints went for 2 and got it, a 40-33. Texans now with a last shot, and Shaw dropped by Lee Torrance, shaken up on the play, had his head hit there at the end. 4th and 21 now, and he's looking deep middle.
Andre
The ball
Johnson
is
versus the whole team.
incomplete.
What a game.
So the Saints and the Texans, their first loss. New Orleans wins it 40-33.
This is a game.
Big Ben Roethlisberger and the Steelers in Houston. Aaron Foster back again.
I'm coming to get my job
for
back.
the
I'm sick of
Texans.
this mess.
Well, here's why. Because Ben Tate's averaged 100 yards in the first 3 games. And Tate picks up 20 there, but he had to leave with a groin injury.
Aaron Rodgers. What do you think right now? What do you think he said, Aaron Foster?
Oh, Lord.
19th play of this drive.
When you run the ball well, you get guys wide open on your play action.
Owen Daniels
Way
with
to
the
call it
touchdown
now.
reception. 10 minutes
There he
and
comes.
55 seconds, longest drive in franchise history. Schaub finds Andre Johnson. And Johnson goes down here untouched.
That's the heart and soul of the Houston Texans.
Yeah, it was a different offense once he went down.
It's a different team once
Left
he goes down.
with
Is he
a
from the U?
hamstring injury.
But thank God it's a hamstring. It's not a knee.
Neil Rackers added a 25-yard field goal.
Praying for you, big
Texans
fella.
on top, 10-0. Sean Swayzem here is blocked by Daniel Manning.
Scoop and score.
Jonathan Joseph, 61 yards.
Boy, that defense is turning in some plays for the Houston Texans this year. Boy, Wade Phillips got to get some credit.
You got a couple guys celebrating there. Kubiak loves it, but there's a flag here because Daniel Manning he blocked Daniel Sepulveda in the back.
In the kicking game, you teach
don't
you don't
understand
block
that.
behind the ball.
At the youth level, see, that's why I can't be a head coach, because I'm cutting you on the sideline or something like that.
Third
During the game.
quarter now, and Rashard Mendenhall makes it a 3-point game. Steelers down 10-7.
When the Steelers started running the football, they looked like the old Pittsburgh Steelers.
Fourth quarter now, it's tied up. Gary Kubiak imploring his team, let's go, man, let's get over this hump. And Arian Foster with
nice
shades
cutback.
of last year.
Yeah, Gary says, we're going to run the stretch play and block them up, and you are going to go yard, and that's what they did.
And Aaron says, I want my job back. I'm sick of this mess.
42
Good job,
yards.
man.
He had a
You're gonna get paid.
$155 and a touchdown right there. Steelers now, 2:44 left. Roethlisberger looking for Emmanuel Sanders. It's incomplete there. On 3rd and 7, Andre Johnson, streak close. 4th and 7 now. Roethlisberger looking for Hines Ward. It's tipped by Connor Barwin. And the Texans take over on down. Steelers get it back. 1:02 left. Roethlisberger picked off by Jonathan Joseph. And Joseph gets in again. This guy had 2 touchdowns taken away from him. But check out the shot that Roethlisberger took from J.J. Watt.
Yeah, you can't hit the quarterbacks.
That
Below
wasn't
the knee.
It's not intentional.
It
He's
doesn't
going,
matter. It's
he's
still a penalty.
diving. How you going to
It's-
stop?
Yeah,
And
you
how
can't-
you gonna
Brady
stop?
rule.
You can't stop the fine either, and it's just going to happen. You're going to get a penalty, and you just can't stop.
Hey, Coach.
Tom Brady rule right there. And Roethlisberger picked off by Jason Allen.
Schaub takes the snap, 5 seconds left. Schaub, pump fake, Schaub throws, intercepted, it's over.
Derek Mason taking on his former team.
Just got there.
Traded from the Jets to the Ravens this week. Joe Flacco and company coming off the bye. Flacco under duress. dropped by Tim Jamison. And Jamison recovers the fumble as well.
Got it all right there.
So the Texans still trying to make statements here. People still wondering which Texans team this is. Ben Tate coughs it up. Wade Smith is there to dive on it for the touchdown, so we're tied up at 7.
Can't give the Ravens any kind of help. Too good.
Great job by Ladarius Webb there to force the fumble, but Smith was Johnny on the spot. 13-7. Matt Schaub. Beautifully designed play, Coach.
Yeah, he throws this in there for the touchdown, Jacoby Ford, and it all comes off the run. You got Arian Foster and Ben Tate going downhill in the run game. It sets up this. This is 97 stretch on 1st and 10 on the 32-yard line, and you'll take a look. We'll spin it around here, and Owen Daniels is going to run the over route, and Jacoby Jones is going to run the post. But you see now, strong safety Bernard Pollard, instead of staying back in halves, he jumps on the over route, and that leaves Ed Reed all alone to cover the entire field on Jacoby Jones's post. Touchdown, 32 yards. Houston takes the lead, 14-13.
Nice throw by Schaub, way across the field, Coach.
Our Ravens coming right back. And Michael, they ended up picking up Lee Evans for the deep threat, but it's been all about Torrey Smith.
Man, you got to love the way Torrey Smith has said, let me play, please. I am your deep threat, one of the fastest guys in the combine.
51 yards led to a Billy Cundiff field goal. Next Ravens possession here, and it's Flacco again going deep. This time, grabbed by Anquan Bolden.
Yeah, you talk about this guy right here. He can play football all over the football field. He can take the intermediate routes, and you see right there, he got deep.
Led to another Cundiff field goal. Flacco throwing for over 300 yards.
My dude here.
Ray Rice.
When I talked to Ray Rice says, he said he was going to have this kind of year. He said he was in his best shape. He's proving that.
And the old man, Ricky Williams. 4 yards for the touchdown. Ravens.
AFC South matchup, Tennessee and Houston. Arian Foster back and healthy. He's been doing well since coming back from his hamstring injury. Chris Johnson has been slow to start the season. Second quarter, Tennessee with the ball, trailing 3-0. Matt Hasselbeck looks deep, overthrows his man. Daniel Manning is there, intended for Lavelle Hawkins, but Manning comes down with it. That would set up a 1st and 10 at their 47. He hurt his leg on the play, would not return. Matt Schaub getting right back in the action, and he winds up throwing the touchdown pass to Joel Dreesen for 8 yards. Texans go up 10-0. Arian Foster just had a monster game for Houston. Tennessee was not able to stop him. He picks up 16 yards running to the left. And then Matt Schaub with the dump-off pass to Foster. He's able to make a move and break some tackles. He picks up 26 yards on that play. And just a big-time catch here. As the play-action fake went to Foster, then they lost track of him. He goes down the sideline, makes a cut, slips past the defense. He will run it all the way for a touchdown, a 78-yard touchdown catch for Arian Foster. They would lead 20-0 on the road going into halftime. He had 5 catches, 119 yards, and 1 TD in the first half, not to mention 71 rushing yards. And then he kept it going in the third quarter, running for 17 yards on that play. And then 2 plays later, this time with Ben Tate into the ball game. You know, they could spread the ball around. Tate busts up the middle, makes a cut towards the left sideline, slips a tackle inside the 15-yard line, a gain of 24 down to the 14-yard line. 3 plays later, this time it is Arian Foster plunging in for a 27-7 lead for Houston. Give a nice little bow to the audience. You're putting on a show, Foster. And then in the fourth quarter, they give it to Foster again from 3rd and goal, and he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Arian Foster became just the 7th player in history with 100 yards receiving, 100 yards rushing, and 3 touchdowns in the same game. So they take the kickoff, and it goes to Mark Mariani, blasted by kicker Neil Rackers, of all people. Everything going well for the Texans in this one. Even the kicker Neil Rackers getting the hit, and he was loving it on the sidelines. Houston rolling to victory. Tennessee trying to come back, at least make it respectable, but then the ball is tipped, intended for Donnie Avery, picked off by Brian McCain. He's going to stay on his feet, cut back to the left side, no one in front of him, into the end zone for the touchdown. 41-7, Houston rolls in Tennessee. They get the win. They're now 4-3.
love me some Sam Bradford as well, but I'll explain later.
Okay, yeah.
Texans, Jaguars, Andre Johnson on the sideline. Opening Texans drive, moving the ball without him. Matt Schaub, Kevin Walter, 25 yards. Making it look easy down to the 19.
Well, Jags defense, you got to give them credit, man. They come to work every week, bring their heart in. Unfortunately, offensively, they have issues. Schaub right there showing he's still got some legs, too.
You're right. They held the Steelers to 17 points 3 weeks ago. They completely shut down the Baltimore Ravens last Monday night, and this is a step up in class, and they answered the bell for a good portion of the game.
Blaine Gabbert, huge hit for Brian Cushing.
That hurt. Oh, that's like an elbow to the spleen.
For the ribs, at least. Left the game with a rib injury.
That's why you have to wear the flak jacket.
The Kevlar one?
I wear one up here on the set with you two cheap shot artists.
Well, thank you.
Gabbert did come back in play. Second quarter, 2nd and 7. Schaub sacked by Clint Session. And you thought here, Tom, this was a...
that right there,
like
that one was forward.
Pork-chop did a good job, or whatever.
I tell you what,
Shank. Pork shank.
No, I think it's actually pot roast.
Pot roast.
Yeah. It was something like
I was going to say meatloaf, but that was different.
I like the hook shot from Matt Roth, though.
That was fantastic. I can't believe Matt Schaub, I was watching that, couldn't feel or didn't know that he was about to get hit.
Not a lot of highlights for Blaine Gabbert today, but off the play action, does fire a strike to Jason Hill, 5-yard score. Game tied at 7.
Yeah, it's not a great Jacksonville offense, but the Texans held them to 174 total yards. In fact,
anything that you're seeing excites you about Blaine yet?
Kind of waiting for it.
Okay.
Kind of waiting for it. 3rd and 3, Schaub to Kevin Walters, 16 yards down to the 21.
He doesn't have a ton to work with either.
No, he doesn't. That's why I'm very impressed with what the Texans are doing.
Schaub to Joel Dreesen.
Oh, that was almost one of those, you got to be kidding me, Schaub.
2 Sundays in a row, right, for Joel Dreesen?
Yes.
I believe so. You can't stop Dreesen. You just can't do it.
Houston leading 14-7. Into the 4th quarter, same score. Gabbert, Jason Allen with the pick.
Yeah,
Is that supposed to be back shoulder?
Well, back shoulder of your receiver, not back shoulder of a cornerback. We talked about that in the past. Yeah.
5 plays later, Arian Foster around the right side. Cuts it up and in. Texans leading now 21-7.
He's so tall and angular that you don't think he's getting anywhere. But that long stride gets him to the edge very quick.
Ben Tate up the middle, 14 yards, but at the end stripped by DeJuan Landry, recovered by Dwight Lowry.
And again, I had an opportunity to activate Ben Tate on my fantasy team, chose not to. So that shows I
he
made
had 42 yards rushing today. Texans ran it for 156.
This play was challenged, but the replay clearly shows the ball was out before Tate's knee touched. Jaguars take over on the Texans' 26-yard line. 7 plays later, 1st and goal from the 2. Maurice Jones-Drew.
Powerful young man.
Brings his lunch to work every single week.
He put the ball on the ground at least once today again after struggling to hang on to it Monday night.
Well, he wants to share.
Look at him again. Look at Arian Foster, again, for a tall, angular back, gets the edge quicker than it looks like he's getting there. That make any sense?
To a Neil Rackers, yes, I got it. 39-yard field goal. The Texans go on to win by 10.
Keep an eye on the Texans. I'm starting to like this team a lot. You know why? Because they're playing defense.
And I like how they're fighting. And we talk about acquisitions here. Wade Phillips, amazing how much of a difference he has made with this defense. They got this thing cooking on all cylinders, and they're doing that without their best player.
Texans rushing attack has been dominant this season. Arian Foster looking for his 6th straight game with 100 yards from scrimmage. Both he and Ben Tate have gone for over 500 rushing yards this season. And early on in the game, it was Ben Tate getting in on the action, breaking a tackle, getting into the end zone. A 27-yard score for Ben Tate. A nice start for the Houston Texans. Up 7-0 early on, capping a 9-play, 82-yard drive. And then the handoff goes to Chris Ogbonnaya for the Browns, and he loses the football. Stripped in J.J. Watt, the first-round pick, recovers for Houston. Ogbonnaya getting his first career starts. He's in there for the injured Peyton Hillis and Montario Hardesty. He lost the ball, and Houston would make him pay. Matt Schaub scrambles up the middle on the 3rd and goal for the 2-yard score. Houston up big. First 8 minutes of the game already with 2 touchdowns. the second rushing touchdown of the season for Schaub. They're up 14-0. Later on in the game, up 14-3. This time it's Arian Foster getting into the end zone. Nice stiff arm towards the end of the run. Bowing to the crowd with the rushing touchdown, a 19-yarder for Foster. He has 24 in his career with Houston, the most in franchise history. They're up 21-3 early on. 2nd and 19 for Colt McCoy right before halftime, and he gets picked off. Quinton Demps has it. Can he take it all the way to the house? No, Colt McCoy knocks him out of bounds, but there are 2 seconds left on the clock, so enough time for Houston to set up for a field goal, and they make it. So they go into halftime up 24-3. On to the third quarter, same score. Handoff goes to Arian Foster, makes a cut back across towards the right sideline, still on his feet, finally brought down just shy of midfield, but a 27-yard pickup would lead to another field goal by Neil Rackers. So they go up 27-3. Later in the third quarter, the handoff to Ben Tate, slips a tackle, another one. You can't ankle tackle him. And he is still on his feet, fights for 14 yards. He would finish the day with 115 yards and a touchdown on 12 carries. Both players went over 100 yards on the ground for Houston. Arian Foster and Ben Tate getting it done. Foster going up the middle, a gain of 10. 124 yards for Foster. It was the 4th 100-yard rushing game for each of the players as Houston rolls to victory.
Let's run down to Tampa Bay and check out the Texans and the Bucs. Albert Haynesworth claimed off waivers Wednesday, making his first start for the Buccaneers.
It's a new beginning.
Arian Foster.
$100 million game motivation. You think the Bucs can?
Is the man. Matt Schaub, Kobe Jones.
Right there. That's solid right there. Did you get?
I like that first call of the game.
Napper.
That was funny time.
Longest career TD passer for Schaub.
Hit that thing at the park and ticked with it.
And they scored on the
Albert
opening play.
There's a block kick. Good hustle by Albert. Yes, Albert got
Albert blocked that?
Yes, right.
Way to go, Al.
Guys, Arian Foster is just, he's a real deal.
He's a man amongst boys. Pay that man.
And his style on the screen
That's
pass,
a business decision.
but watch the style, too. Straight up, kind of Dickerson-esque.
Hold on.
No, I'm not saying he is like I'm not saying he is like right. That's what he has.
You guys got to be careful with mentioning guys like that name. You got to stop. Y'all got to stop, Fran.
But look, I'm just saying the style, stylistically.
Some of you fools are so deceptive.
Ask that.
Here comes Foster again. I mean, that's just nice.
They have a running game that is impossible to stop.
It's scary.
Ben Tate as well.
Ben Tate, what a 1-2 punch they have.
All right, Foster gets in from 5 away. He had 186 yards from scrimmage. Texans, they win it 37-9. The Houston Texans playing with Matt Leinart, making his first start since 2009. Andre Johnson back after missing 6 games with a hamstring injury. Don't see this very often. The reliable Arian Foster puts it on the ground. All name team here. Ashton Yabuti.
Yeah, he runs into his own guy.
Yabuti.
Hey, we care about what you say.
38 yards.
Got kids watching.
The Jags on top 7-0, but the Foster redeems himself here.
Yeah, this guy's going to pop through there with the zone read right here. Give it to him and let him go. Look at the blocks downfield.
But he's a runner, man.
43 yards.
Great
led to a 1-yard Foster TD run. Game tied at 7. Texans didn't get much offense on the day. All right, 3rd and 5 here for the rookie Blaine Gabbert and the Jags to Maurice Jones-Drew. 31 yards. Jones-Drew will finish with 67 receiving yards, 99 yards on the ground. 2nd and goal here. Jags in great position. Mercedes Lewis got the big contract.
Oh, we got a play catch right there. Bad week for UCLA.
Had 10 touchdowns last season, 0 so far this year.
Yeah, who's throwing it to him?
Blaine Gabbert put it right on the money right there.
Right on it.
All right, Matt Leinart. Nice touchdown pass here to Dreesen.
Real nice touchdown pass here for Matt Leinart. Let's take another look at it. Fran, we've got Matt Leinart, left-handed quarterback. Now the play is fake 96. Quarterback, keep pass left. We're going to fake the ball to Arian Foster because that's what they do best. All the linebackers and DBs are going to flow. Watch Andre Johnson clear out the corner and the safety. Owen Daniels will pull the flat defender. Joel Dreesen runs the over route in the vacated area. Now, he didn't fool Jeremy Mincey, but you know what? Matt Leinert's going to say, I'll pull up and I'm going to shoot this to my over route anyway. He throws a strike, and Joel Dreesen breaks a tackle for the touchdown, 20-yard touchdown. Well done, Matt Leinart.
I love it when you coach.
Texans on top 14-10. That was the good. Here's the bad. Jeremy Mincey just wraps Leonard up and lands on him, and he can't break the fall.
His arm was caught, and he got wrapped up and then hit the shoulder.
And all that weight comes down on him.
So Schaub's already out. How about TJ Yates warming up? And he had Andre Johnson back as well, which helped.
Yeah, throw it to that guy.
14-yard reception there. Johnson had just 2 catches. But the real stars of the Houston Texans, Michael, this defense and the pass rush, Connor Barwin, 1 of 4 sacks today.
Yeah, you're talking about Mario Williams not being there. Let's give the guys credit on that defense, but let's also give Wade Phillips a whole bunch of credit for what he's done and what he's brought to that defense.
Number 1 ranked defense.
Number 1.
Turning them loose. J.J. Watt, Brooks Reed, all getting in the middle of it there. Gabbert, bench for Luke McCown. Remember, Gabbert came in for McCown earlier this season. It's Mercedes Lewis, 1:35 left in the game. Jags, for whatever reason, decide not to call a timeout. They had one remaining here, and McCown.
Great play, defense.
They hustled up, but it was incomplete. Looking for Mike Thomas.
Great play, McCain.
All right, here are the Texans on the injury. Houston.
Well, take me.
And this is not the site that.
That's mine, Scooter.
I said that 2 times.
Wanted to see that. That's Matt Schaub. Matt Leidert's out as well. So TJ Yates, rookie from North Carolina, grew up a Cowboys fan. Matt Ryan here, missed opportunities for the Falcons, misses Roddy White. Julio Jones dropped the pass there.
The ball hits a different spot sometimes when it's a new coach, new quarterback.
Roddy White, well, that's Matt Ryan.
Right.
It's Roddy White missing a catch there. Here's TJ Yates.
Great recovery.
And he finds Andre Johnson.
Please, look at that.
Johnson's longest reception of the season. Johnson had dropped one earlier.
That's the way to go get it.
3rd and goal here, and it's Yates' first career touchdown pass to Joel Dreesen.
Yates, first guy from North Carolina ever to start in the league.
Texans on top 10-0. 3rd quarter here. Matt Ryan off his back foot. What a pass to Julio Jones.
That's a big kid, man.
26 yards. And now on 1st and goal, it is Ryan to Roddy White.
He's wide open, busted coverage over there. Let's tie this thing up.
How do you forget a 225-pound receiver?
Tied up at 10. Andre Johnson. Remember, he's got the right hamstring where he missed 6 games, where he pulls up a little lame right there. It's his left hamstring.
Praying for you, big fella.
That's a shame.
He did not return.
He's frustrated, too.
4th quarter now. Game still tied up at 10. Yates looking for Arian Foster. Mike Peterson steps in front of it. 31 yards for the touchdown. Falcons on top. But wait a minute, there's a flag on the play. Dante Robinson called for.
Let me see.
Yeah.
Defensive holding.
Come on, Dante.
4th and 1 here. Texans going forward. Give it to Arian Foster, 7 yards.
Keep pounding it in there.
And so 2 plays later here on a 2nd and goal, it's Foster, a young quarterback's best friend. 111 yards.
It's a running game.
The Texans on top 17-10. Falcons now 35 seconds left. Ryan looking for Julio Jones. What a grab there.
That's focus, that's concentration. Matt Ryan put the ball in the only place that the receiver can get it.
1 second left. It is Ryan. He's got Jones.
You got to have it.
Make one more catch, Julio.
You got to have that one.
Jones can't squeeze it.
Well, you got to make those plays right there because that's the separation between good and great. It's when you make this play and win the game.
All right, let's take you down now to Cincinnati. TJ Yates making his second start for the Houston Texans. Didn't start out too well. Picked off here by Reggie Nelson.
He was throwing it to him, wasn't he?
Yeah, he overthrew it. He'd like to have that one back.
Yeah, that got out of his hand.
Shake it off, TJ.
A lot of empty seats in Cincinnati, but those are the parents of TJ Yates, John and Carol. Led to a 47-yard Mike Newton field goal.
This team got a chance in the playoffs. How are the empty seats?
Ben Tate up the middle, hit by Ray Maluga. Fumbles, and Maluga comes up with the recovery.
That was a defensive play right there.
Nice.
And that's a defensive play.
Bengals a take over, and now Marvin Lewis getting aggressive on a 4th and 3. 7 plays later, it's Andy Dalton to A.J. Green. Picks up the first down.
Rookie combination. We're going to see a lot of good things out of this combo.
Love A.J. Green, Coach. Love him.
3rd and 3 here. It's Dalton to Jerome Simpson. Takes a lick, but holds on.
Nice young talent for the Cincinnati Bengals.
13-3, 10th straight game with a passing touchdown for Dalton, second longest rookie streak to Peyton Manning. Manning at 13 and
Great
98.
pickup.
Dalton sacked by Connor Barwin. Brooks Reed with the recovery.
This great defense makes plays now. They keep him in the game.
And now T.J. Yates, very comfortable.
Nice play action pass. When you run the football very well, like they do, your play action is going to have wide open receivers.
Joel Dreesen with the touchdown.
Is there anybody there?
Yates' parents, they like what they see. 16-10. 2:59 left. Bengals up 19-13.
Nice.
Bernard Scott
Nice shuffle pass
gets
right there.
loose. I thought this was a first down.
Looked like it.
Got a bad spot.
That's a horrible spot.
And there was no challenge on the spot. So a 4th and inches now from the 48. And the Texans get
Where's
Mike
everybody
McGlynn to
going?
flinch. And so now the Bengals have to punt. Well, that was pretty gutsy going forward on a 4th and inches. Parents can't bear to watch. 1:55 left. Yates to Owen Daniels. 8 yards and a first down to the 46.
2-minute drill for the Rook.
Making the plays when he needs to make.
46 seconds left, 3rd and 15. How about Tim Tebow scrambling here, huh?
Let him go.
Maybe not.
Get down. Save yourself.
But you know what? Get 17 yards in the
It's a
first
lot
down.
of seats open in Cincinnati.
Yates family ecstatic. And now Yates to Jacoby Jones, incomplete.
This is a bad call.
I thought so too. Adam Jones
what
called for
happened?
pass interference. You gotta let the guys battle for position.
The receiver pushed him. He grabbed his arm. The referee saw the last thing.
So that set up this. Yates and the Texans offense in perfect position to Kevin Walter for the touchdown.
Wow.
Say what you will, man. A wonderful job by T.J. Yates taking his team down.
Look at NFL in motion here. Last chance saloon. We've got 2nd and goal. Tight end and inside receivers use up those linebackers now. Nice design of the play. And Kevin Walter will run right into the voided area for the easy completion right in front of TJ. That's play and catch. That wins the game 20-19. And the Texans go to the playoffs for the first time in club history.
How about the Texans and the Carolina Panthers? T.J. Yates and company already clinched the AFC South, trying to advance their standings in the AFC.
You know what I'm saying? Whoa, Cam.
To Steve Smith.
Man, what a job Steve Smith does right there. Tapping
No, what a job he does right here.
Throw.
That's the job right there,
He
Mike.
got the time right there on him.
Panthers on top, 7-0.
Cam.
And there's more Newton.
Whoa, Cam.
Jeremy Shockey with a 9-yard touchdown.
Oh, Shockey, there's a you sighting right there.
Cam Newton, 18 yards shy, the rookie passing record held by Peyton Manning from back in 1999, 3,739 yards. Yates picked off by Jordan Sen. Sen returns it to the 48, and Gary Kubiak, a little conversation with his rookie quarterback.
You know I got 2 people behind you.
And then a little trickeration here. Richie
Hey, guys,
Bracco takes it in for the touchdown. What's going on here, Brian?
We're going to give you the NFL in motion. This is not the fumble Rooski. This is the Cam Rooski. Mooch, I hope you're listening. This direct snap goes right to Cam. He puts it under the legs of Richie Brock's butt, right there. Cam spins, fakes the option to the right. Along with 2 other guys, Steve Smith takes everybody's attention. Look at everybody. Their eyes is on Cam. But no, Cam does not have the ball. Richie Brock runs left behind a parade of blocks for the touchdown.
So they never moved when the team was standing there on the line of scrimmage. They thought it was a joke.
It was a Richie Kamrewski. That's what it was.
Man, that was a sweet little trick play, man. Designed by a dude from the U.
21-6 in the 4th. Arian Foster gets in. Foster goes over 1,000 yards rushing for the 2nd straight season. Does this guy have a burst or what? We just didn't see that much of this so far this year. D'Angelo Williams, 24 yards.
We've been seeing a lot of Cam.
Yeah. If that running game's coming and the defense come with
28-13 now. Yates buying some time. Looking for Jacoby Jones. Picked off by James Anderson. He's going to have that. He's a rookie.
Yates made a good tackle, though.
So the Panthers have won 3 of their last 4.
Reggie Wade told us, I will be up on that set, and Mike said in the pre-kick, he is not coming. Well, nothing's to be expected anymore. Nobody expected both Schaub and Peyton Manning to be inactive for this game, and Dan Orlovsky, the first snap, it was a sack fumble by a guy Steve came free, Brian Cushing.
Yeah, here comes J.J. Watt, and Dan Orlovsky does a nice job pushing up in the pocket by Brian Cushing. He's got a free run to the quarterback. He comes unblocked, and he causes the sack, fumble, and the Church's money on the ground.
Nice.
And we've got Houston recovering and setting up this.
And then 2 plays later, Arian Foster untouched. Marshall right into the end zone.
Man, this is what they do best. This guy, you give him the edge, and he's going to take it, turn up in there, and if the safety's not there, it's touchdown.
So just when you thought it was a wrap, just 54 ticks into the game, 7-0. The Colts got a good turnover, some good field position. Joseph Adai starts pounding it in there, and they went a little bit conservative here. Reggie Wayne got a little bit upset about it, Michael Irvin.
Yeah, but you know what? Right now, Rich, this is why I doubted we will see Reggie Wayne, is because they went conservative here, and they are thinking we need to run the ball. But late in the game, they went to that pair of people right there, Dan and Reggie.
Second quarter, it's still just a 1-touchdown deficit for the Colts in the red zone. Dan Orlovsky was getting these types of passes batted down all night, Steve.
Yeah, they did a nice job. J.J. Watt and Cushing and the guys got up when they couldn't get there because he was throwing the ball quickly, batted several balls down.
Just a settled field goal. 14 ticks left in the half. Orlovsky running the 2-minute offense very well. Going for Reggie Wayne. What happened here?
Man, that was just an overthrow. You got to give him an opportunity to try to catch a pass. Dan just put the ball up. You can tell Reggie's upset. He wanted an opportunity to make that play.
Nothing wrong with that. Even more frustrating, Adam Vinatieri missed the field goal, so it's still just 10-6. Arian Foster doing this, opening the second half.
There's that edge right there. They run the stretch play, really effective because the boot is coming off it. The linebackers, they have the whole pack, and they can't commit to the run.
But the Texans stalled in the red zone. TJ Yates couldn't get him in the end zone. Still just 1 touchdown deficit. Reggie Wayne, that's off his fingertips, incomplete. Orlovsky, nice throw.
Getting that one. We're used to Reggie getting that one.
Let's just say some good coverage there too.
Adam Vinatieri did make it though. 13-9. Here's the score. That's your score in the fourth quarter. 11.5 minutes to go. Orlovsky, nice throw to Austin Collie, 25 yards. Peyton Manning is fired up. 2 plays later. It's time for Orlovsky to go find 87 off the play fake. Reggie Wayne, a 17-yard gain.
And you can tell Wayne still runs some of the best routes in this game today.
6 plays later, 11th play to the drive, 3rd and goal from the 11. Orlovsky flipping it up in the air. That's incomplete, so the Colts have to settle for another field goal. It's 13-12, ensuing Texans possession. Yates play faking, incomplete. Is that an unnecessary roughness?
Well, they called helmet-to-helmet hit right here. Right there. That's what they call
automatic
personal foul.
Was going for the ball.
Defenseless receiver, helmet-to-helmet.
5 plays later, 3.5 minutes to go. TJ Yates looking for Kevin Walter. Ball up in the air, and Jacoby Jones on 3rd down plucks the ball out of the air. It's, I guess in this case, better to be Andrew Lucky than good.
This is great hustle all the way.
But the Colts play some defense after this as Jacoby Jones comes up with a huge catch to get a first down. Peyton Manning falls to his knees. 3 plays later, Foster on 3rd and 5 is stopped before the line of gain, meaning the Texans have to settle for another field goal, meaning it's just a 4-point deficit, meaning with less than 2 minutes to go, it's Orlovsky time. Dan Orlovsky flips it over the middle to Jacob Tammy, move the chain.
Lots of time.
3 plays later, 66 ticks to go. Orlovsky. How does Reggie Wayne get open?
For a pump, Mike. That's what that route was.
Double move.
Yeah, dig in, and he took it straight upfield. Great throw, great concentration.
40 seconds left in the red zone. Orlovsky for the end zone, incomplete. Flag on the play. J.J. Watt called for roughing the passer. Oh, boy.
Yeah,
wow.
He got pushed into the legs.
Wow. He was not happy about that. Wow. That is a touchy, iffy call. That's Orlovsky again getting another pass batted down.
Wide open, Jacob Tammy. If that pass would not have gotten knocked down, that would have been a touchdown.
Can't believe it. Next play, going to Tammy again over the middle, incomplete. Glover Quinn called for pass interference. Manning knows what that means. It's a fresh set of downs. Next play, Orlovsky to Reggie Wayne.
That's the one, Rich. That's the one. That's what Reggie wanted, an opportunity opportunity to make that play right there and then come right up on the set.
That was the first time in the red zone that they didn't double Reggie, and they found him one-on-one, and they took advantage of the situation.
Kept the ball in play.
In what may be Reggie Wayne's final performance here in Lucas Oil Stadium, he comes up with the game-winning touchdown with mere seconds to go to give the Colts a second consecutive win. And yes, no guarantee on being the first overall pick in this year's draft as of yet. But for the moment, nobody in this building's talking or feeling about that.
Tennessee needs a win to keep their playoff hopes alive. They also need some help. Arian Foster sitting this one out for Houston. They've already locked up a playoff spot. And his replacement was Ben Tate, who got into the end zone early on. A 4-yard score for Tate, his 4th rushing touchdown of the season. Texans go up 7-0, but TJ Yates will come out of the game. Called a coach's decision. So Jake Delhomme came in. Yates 4 of 4 for 47 yards before leaving the game. So the Texans were punting late first quarter. This one goes to Mark Mariani. Mariani runs towards his right, and he is going to be chased down by a helmetless man. A guy without a helmet on tackled him. It is Brian Brayman who made the play. No helmet on, no problem. Went old school on him. Took him out of bounds. Big time play by Brayman. Then second quarter, still 7-0 Houston. The toss goes to Chris Johnson, who breaks down the sidelines, picks up a first down, 27 yards on the play. Rob Baronas capped the drive with a field goal, and CJ went over 1,000 yards on the season, his 4th straight year doing that. Jake Delhomme in the ballgame. 2 Houston possessions later with his team up 7-3. He loses the football, recovered by Dave Ball. And Delhomme, of course, not happy with himself after that. And then Tennessee would make him pay on a 3rd and goal. Matt Hasselbeck, that is the first catch for Donnie Avery as a Tennessee Titan. His first catch since 2009, also his first touchdown. So Tennessee goes up 10-7, and then Jake Delhomme hits James Casey. Casey tips the ball to himself, comes down with it. That would lead to a Neil Racker's 52-yard field goal to tie the game at 10. Titans added a field goal before halftime. They were up 13-10 third quarter. And then the give goes to Ben Tate. Initially stuffed, but he breaks free. Tate going up the middle. Could he take it to the house? Finally dragged down from behind after picking up 56 yards on the play. Tate 16 carries, 97 yards in the game. That would lead to a field goal to tie the ball game. Fourth quarter, game tied up at 16, 6 minutes to go. Big drive for Tennessee, and Matt Hasselbeck hits Chris Johnson for a gain of 9. Good for a first down on the measurement, and the Titans keep the drive alive. Mike Munchak is loving it. Then 3 plays later, under center, Hasselbeck, the play fake, back to pass from his back foot, lofts one, end zone. Nate Washington comes down with it. Tennessee with 4.5 to go, looking to protect the lead. They're up by 7, 23-16, as Washington got behind the defense, elevated to make the touchdown catch and put Tennessee ahead. Then 2 possessions later for Tennessee, 2 minutes left in the game. They're up by 7, a 2nd and 9. They're just looking to ice the clock, to run out the clock, and then, unfortunately, Ahmad Hall fumbles and loses the football. So great field position for the Texans. Ball on the ground, it was out. Houston recovers. They got a chance to tie this one. Delhomme on 3rd and goal. This is for the game. He gets the touchdown to Bryant Johnson in the back of the end zone. And the Texans now only down by 1, but wait a second, they elect to go for 2. And hold on, Joel Dreesen called for a false start. So surely they're backed up. They're going to kick this extra point right and go to overtime. No, they're going to go for it again. But the snap sails over Jake Delhomme's head. The Titans get the football, and they would hang on for the victory. Snap just went clear over Jake Delhomme's head. He never had a chance. Tennessee hangs on 23-22.
The Houston Texans in the playoffs for the first time in franchise history. Gary Kubiak having an outstanding year, 10-6. And there's the third-round quarterback, now the starting quarterback, TJ Yates. Andy Dalton with a great rookie season. Played 3 games in Reliance Stadium, 2 in high school and 1 at TCU. Here comes Andy Dalton looking for A.J. Green. pass interference on Glover Quinn. Prime, you like the call?
Yeah, I really don't, because it's against the defensive back. But if you're going to get pass interference, do it, because you don't want to give up that big play. That could have resulted into a touchdown.
52-yard penalty gives the Bengals a 1st and 10. A couple of plays later now, and it's Dalton who dumps it off to Brian Leonard.
Good call.
16 yards down to the 1. And on the very next play, it's Cedric Benson. And, Philip, this is just how the Bengals wanted to start.
Great start. You're on the road, the playoff game, and you go right down the field, 5 plays, 74 yards for a touchdown.
And now they got a conference, all the quarterbacks there. Both Matts, Jake Delhomme, and Jeff Garcia all talking to T.J. Yates. Arian Foster, 20 yards down the left side. Foster, the NFL's leading rusher a year ago. And now it's Yates with plenty of time to Owen Daniels, who's hit by Reggie Nelson. Drew a flag there.
Here we go with this
You
again.
can't hit anybody.
That's terrible. I can say it. I can't get fined anymore, huh?
Yes,
You will not get fined sitting up here.
Just terrible.
Looked like Nelson hit him in the shoulder
That was
area.
a clean hit.
There's no helmets involved.
Doesn't he have equipment on?
The call was hitting at the
call
helmet
was
neck
bad.
region. I agree with you. Call was bad. Arian Foster for 8 yards. Game's tied up at 7. And Foster got a Texans logo.
If I could grow hair, I'd do the same.
Carved in there.
We can grow it in the back.
Second quarter here, Dalton looking for A.J. Green, 21 yards. And what a connection Dalton and Green had throughout the regular season. But these are the plays that a young quarterback cannot take. Dalton is sacked here. That was at the 23-yard line, so it backed him up 9 yards. Mike Nugent missed a 50-yard field goal. When you're on the road in the playoffs, can't happen. Next Bengals possession. Dalton looking for Donald Lee. Lee gets away, 36 yards. And there is a flag on this play as well. You can't see it here at the very end. Antonio Smith was called for unnecessary roughness. So this time, Nugent was able to knock home a 37-yarder. Bengals on top 10-7. Key 3rd and 4 here. Yates to Owen Daniels for 8 yards.
That's a great job of going through his progressions. Great job.
It's a catch, but Marvin Lewis with some early challenges, Philip. This one was a little surprising because it looked like it was a catch.
It was a catch, and it's a crucial 3rd down, so it could have a chance for a change of possession. But, if you had a chance to look at the replay we're looking at, there's no way you'd challenge that one.
Well, this is the second quarter, and that was the Bengals' second challenge already in the game, so they were out of challenges. T.J. Yates, Andre Johnson, he came back last week.
That's 3rd and 9. That's what he's been missing, a go-to guy on 3rd down.
12th play of the drive here, and it's Yates looking for Johnson. But it's incomplete. Kelly Jennings there on the coverage. No flags there.
You look back. Great play.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
He missed that.
So Rackers hit a 39-yard field goal, 1:01 left here in the half. Dalton picked off by J.J. Watt.
Hold it up.
Look at the number. I like the number, too.
Who's going the other way. And, Jason, what happened on this play? This is something you've done throughout your career as well, but this is a tremendous play here by Watt.
This is a great job by J.J. Watt, realizing it's a 3-step drop. The ball's going to come out quick, so you're not going to get to the quarterback. Get your hands up and try to knock it down. Now, he's probably going to tell you he meant to pick this off, but it's a pretty darn good play.
It's a big man's dream.
That is a great play.
Huge momentum shift there. 17-10, Texans on top. 3rd quarter, 3rd and 9 here. Bengals trying to get something going. Yates sacked by Reggie Nelson. And so the Bengals now back on offense. Andy Dalton to Ryan Whalen. 20 yards.
Big time throw.
3 plays later on a 3rd and 8, it's Dalton. But he's going to be sacked again by Antonio Smith. How much of a difference has Wade Phillips' prime meant to this defense?
Everything. One man's trash is another man's treasure. Dallas Cowboys.
Now, back on offense. Oh! Chris Crocker could have been going the other way.
Game changer.
You cannot make these mistakes in the postseason.
These are opportunities. Well, that separates the good from the great. Great players make those plays. Ed Reed will still be running right now.
Because, Philip, look what continued to happen on this drive. Here's Yates now to Andre Johnson on a crucial 3rd and 6.
We've shown about 3 or 4 crucial 3rd down conversions, kept drives alive. By T.J. Yates, really him just making plays.
9th play of the drive here, and Andre Johnson had the double move on Adam Jones. And Johnson gets in for the touchdown. Yates, 11 of 20, 157 yards, and that touchdown right there. Brian, what happened here?
That's a game plan play. You know, Adam Jones is the aggressive corner. You want to take advantage of an aggressive cornerback. Play to his strength.
Texans on top, 24-10, 17 unanswered points. What a swing there. Remember that Crocker miss on that interception. Jerome Simpson. This week he's a hurdler.
He's going to jump through the goalpost one day.
He's going to be caught in the air one day.
He's going to get the touchdown and the extra point in one play.
Up over Bryce McCain. Last week, of course, he did the amazing flip, and he stuck the landing. Fourth quarter, Bengals same drive. But this time, Jason, Earl Mitchell gets to Dalton. And the Texans, their front seven did a great job.
Yeah, that was the first drive of the fourth quarter there, and that's the way they started out. Defensively, to make a big stop like that and get a big sack, I mean, that's what Houston wanted to do.
Very next play, a 2nd and 19. Andy Dalton wishes he had that one back, overthrows Jerome Simpson, and now it's Dalton to Jermaine Gresham for 16 yards, but it's short of the first down. And so now on a 4th and 3, Bengals are going to pump, but Gary Kubiak calls timeout, so Marvin Lewis changes his mind, sends his offense back on the field, 4th and 3. And Dalton realizes right away he's in trouble. Trying to make a play, though, just put it up there for something to happen.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
And Jonathan Joseph comes up with the interception. Had he knocked it down, they would have had the ball at a much better place. But, Prime, I know you like the interception.
Yeah, I like the picks. But look at that footwork. Look at the vision. Look at the patience. Pay that man.
And, Philip, we talked about it here as you see James Casey get the ball. Texans weren't going to put the ball up in the air now. They just want to run the clock.
I understand the call. I'm not real sure about the ball carrier, but I do understand the call.
Texans were forced to punt after they didn't convert on 3rd down. And then here, Dalton picked off by Daniel Manning. Keep in mind, Marvin Lewis doesn't have any challenges left. Not that he necessarily would have challenged here, but it was close as to whether Manning got that back foot down.
Good job. That's the way to go and get it at its highest point. Great job.
Texans now trying to put a fork into the Bengals. Give it to Arian Foster.
Close your eyes.
Do you see this, man?
Pushes Crocker out of the way. 42 yards for the touchdown.
I hope Crocker kids are asleep.
Texans on top, 31-10.
I wouldn't even go in the house if you did me like that. Man, I got kids. You cannot do me like that.
How about Arian Foster? 24 carries, 153 yards, and a couple of touchdowns as the quarterbacks have a conversation. There's owner Bob McNair of the Texans, Andre Johnson. They get their first postseason victory in franchise history. The Texans roll 31-10, so next week they're going to face the Baltimore Ravens next Sunday. Foster rushing for 153 yards. Yates completing just 11 passes for 159 yards. But the Texans are moving on.
And Joe Flacco just a little bit better than T.J. Yates today. John Harbaugh, head coach of the Ravens, and Joe Flacco, obviously the starting quarterback. Gary Kubiak, I think an excellent candidate for AFC Coach of the Year. And T.J. Yates, rookie quarterback, leading the way for the Texans.
And this
Huge
is just
play early.
I mean, Jacoby Jones just
all game long.
Huge mental mistake.
Well, but the thing about, we talk about this all the time, it's not a given. The playoffs, you kind of tighten up in the playoffs.
I guess.
No, you do.
It's an inexcusable mistake.
T.J. Yates admitted on the broadcast, to the broadcast that he was a little nervous last week.
Led to a Joe Flacco touchdown. Ravens up 7-3. Yates looking for Andre Johnson, picked off by Ladarius Webb.
Again, T.J. Yates, young quarterback, as you mentioned, Paul, has done some really good things this year, getting his team to this point in the season, but I don't know. Webb may have run a better route than Andre Johnson, but that's called staring down a receiver.
Hey, Joe Flacco didn't have his best day, but this is a perfect throw. Good placement, good velocity. Touchdown Ravens to Anquan Bolden from 10 yards
and
out.
Anquan Bolden, remember, been out due to injury over the last few weeks, and being able to come in and get that first-round bye, I think, was very helpful for him. He had a nice day.
Ravens up 17-3 into the second quarter. Now 3rd down and 9. Yates.
What a catch.
Look at that catch by Arian Foster.
Glove.
The glove comes out early, huh?
Absolutely.
Arian Foster, 12 yards and a first down.
Arian Foster had a huge first half, rushing for 95 yards, but this guy is truly an electrifying, and he is a franchise back. He's not a one-hit wonder.
3 plays later, 12th play of the drive. He ends this drive. Looked like he was going to go right, cuts it up inside.
Yeah. Sticks his foot in the ground and finds his seam and gets. Look, the story of this game ultimately will be the Ravens. I just have to tell you, I really like this Houston Texans team going forward into the future.
Yep. Third quarter, 17-13. Fourth play of this drive. This is Lee Evans, 20-yard game.
That's just dirty good right there.
And this guy is a guy that they really thought was going to do more for him this year. This was a great play. And if he can continue to make plays for this Ravens team, I think they'll have a shot. But still, there's not a whole lot we've seen out of Lee Evans in a Ravens uniform.
4 plays later, 8th play of the drive, 4th and goal. Ray Rice didn't make it.
Big stop by the Texans defense. And really, the Texans defense and Wade Phillips, what he's done to me, that's been the entire difference on this Texans football team.
And again, looking forward, a loss of Wade Phillips to a head coaching job really would be something the Texans don't want to see.
Absolutely.
Texans defense playing very well. Unfortunately, the Ravens defense doing the same. That's TJ Yates picked off by Ladarius Webb again.
Paul, you're the quarterback on set here. I mean, you can see it. He's just staring down his receivers.
He's kind of floated that one in there.
Yeah, and the thing was, it was into a den of Ravens players.
Into a nest.
Actually, should have been a nest. My bad.
An aviary.
Yeah, sorry about that.
And Flacco began to have some issues as well, looking for Ed Dixon on 3rd and 5, incomplete. Billy come to field goal, made it 20-13. Yates looking for Andre Johnson, and this is Ed Reed coming in to knock the ball loose late, but Johnson is ruled down.
Ed Reed made a bunch of big plays in this game today. And you see right there, does a good job, but his knee is down right there. Ball comes out. Good, no call.
Next play, 2 minutes left in the game, and TJ Yates, you kind of began to feel like this one might go wrong right here when he pumps and throws late, just floats it out there, and pretty much right to Ed Reed.
Just not knowing where the safety is, and Ed Reed does a great job going up and catching the football. Again, if I'm looking for safeties and cornerbacks for my roster, I'm picking guys who can make plays like receivers with their hands, and Ed Reed has been able to do that for years in this league.
So the Ravens take over on their own 29, and this is 3rd down and 1 from their own 13. Vontae Leach is short. So the Texans going to get the ball back with inside a minute left as Baltimore punts with 53 seconds remaining. 4th play of this drive. Now 4th and 2. Tom, you made mention. Why not just go get the first down?
Yeah, get your first down.
No timeouts left, though. I'm sure that affected this call.
You could still spike it, or you could get out of bounds. Just thought it was a little bit early to throw the Hail Mary with 20 seconds left. But ultimately, this may be the biggest story coming out of that final play, was Ed Reed having to come off with a bad ankle.
Give me that.
Landed on the hip early.
Yeah, really. It looks like he landed on his heel.
Ed Reed carried off the field.
Left ankle injury. Tough day for TJ Yates.
Yep.
But, look, you're a rookie quarterback going on the road to Baltimore and facing an accomplished Ravens defense. That's a tough task.